Onto this developing story now. Protesting members of UMkhonto Wesizwe Military Veterans Association have responded to Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula, calling the leaders of the structure thugs. The members have been marching to the Gauteng Premier David Makhura's office and that of the headquarters of the ANC, Luthuli House. Well, Malungelo Booi is tracking this particular story. We're also going to be joined in studio by our senior politics reporters, who's going to give us some thoughts on this particular story. But let's start with Malungelo Booi. Malu, very good morning to you. I did suggest to you at some point during my line of questioning in the morning that does this march somehow masquerade internal factional battles within the ANC? How is it that Fikile Mbalula is now having a tour with the leaders of the MKMVA?
It's incredible, Koli. I would call it a war of words, really, between the minister and the members of UMkhonto Wesizwe. And they have, in fact, responded to those tweets from the minister where he called the leaders of UMkhonto Wesizwe thugs. In fact, those that are taking part in this march really did not take kindly to Mbalula's tweets. In fact, Koli, I want to quote exactly what one of the leaders here has actually said. He said, "We want to say we are coming for Mbalula. He is going to see our true colors. We are going to meet him on the streets." He's gone as far as to say they've opened about 3 cases against Fikile Mbalula. That's in relation, Koli, to some of the rail infrastructure in some parts of Soweto, which they say have not been fixed, and they're saying that they want the NPA to prioritize that and investigate those cases and arrest Minister Mbalula. They're saying that he must answer really to why some parts of Soweto, their rail infrastructure is problematic, and stop calling them thugs. Certainly, you could actually hear that some of the people that are part of this gathering really did not really take kindly to those tweets from Fikile Mbalula. In fact, when one of those, when that came out, you could also hear the anger from some of the people that are here saying that usiphela kakubi, meaning, you know, when people say usiphela kakubi, what that means.
Exactly, yes.
It means that really they're ready for war.
Malu. All right. I suspect then the reason that Minister Mbalula is in the sights of the leadership of the MKMVA is that he himself may have started these tweets. And I just want to take the viewers through some of what Fikile Mbalula has said. And I believe that we're going to show you those tweets on your screen at the moment. And part of what Minister Mbalula is saying is that, Kalni House is a well-known thug employed by Magashule at Luthuli House. Those are very strong statements. Then there is another one where he says they run amok, organizing marches, threatening the rule of law, suspected criminals, Kebi and Carl Niehaus. That's just some of what these tweets have entailed. Malu, I've got to ask you, what is the response, at least from Luthuli House? Let's take this away from Mbalula and the leadership of the MKMVA, because now a very senior leader of the ANC is being thrust into the middle of this, and that's Ace Magashule, who's being mentioned as employing these thugs, in the words of Fikile Mbalula, who are Kebi Mapatwe and Carl Niehaus.
Well, it's going to be interesting to hear how Luthuli House would respond to this. Remember, these protesters were not from the start going to go to Luthuli House. That's something that they had indicated to us, that they were targeting the Premier's office here in Gauteng and the provincial ANC. But then when tweets like the ones that we're seeing from Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula being thrown into the fray here, and of course the people that are taking part in this march felt it, their responsibility to respond when in fact some of their leaders are being called suspected thugs. In fact, the people that are behind me is saying that if Fikile Mbalula calls their leaders thugs, essentially what he's calling the entire UMkhonto Wesizwe members are thugs, and also the leaders of UMkhonto Wesizwe, including those who led this structure from years that have gone by.
Malungelo Booi, I'm going to ask you to stand by for us. Thank you very much for that quick summation of what has taken place between the Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula and the leadership of the Military Veterans Association.